Okay, guys, here's some example problems that are going to be similar to your homework problems, and let's just dive right in. Um, Number 5 and 6 are going to reflect some of the homework problems you're going to do, and I'm going to start with number 6. As you can see, this has nice whole numbers. This has fractions. We'll save this one for a second. Let's get a rhythm going with number 6. So first of all, the instructions say find the common difference. We talked about that in the pre-lesson. And the next three terms of each arithmetic sequences. All right, so we look at number 6 and we go, okay, what's the pattern here? Well, from 6 to 1, we'd subtract 5. From 1, if we thought of, hey, is that a pattern? Subtract 5 from 1, yep, -4. Subtract 5, yep, -9. Subtract 5, -14. What's the next? If we subtract 5 from -14, it'd be -19. Subtract 5, -24. Subtract 5, -29. So there's the next three terms, but the question is, what's the common difference? Remember, if our lists go up, it's going to be a positive difference. If the list goes down, it's going to be a negative difference. And as you can see, this goes down 5. So there's the common difference. Now let's tackle this fraction one. When I get into these, the pattern doesn't jump out at me because of fractions. I just look for something that jumps out at me as easy. So from 3/4 to 1, I go, I have to add 1/4 to this to get 1. Now, is that consistent? If I add 1/4 to 1, do I get 5/4? Yes. So there's my pattern. I have to add 1/4 to each item. So the common difference is going to be a positive 1/4. Now, finding the next three might be challenging because you guys haven't worked with fractions very much. So I'd have to add 1/4 to 5/4. So 5/4 plus 1/4 equals 6/4, which reduces to 3/2. So my next one would be 3/2. Now, if I want to add 1/4 to 3/2, I might as well just add it to 6/4 because I already have common denominators. These are the same. So 6/4 plus 1/4 would give me 7/4. So there's my next item. And then I have to add 1/4 to that. Well, what's 1/4 plus 7/4? That's 8/4. Sorry for my penmanship there, which is 2. There those are. All right, now the next problem I'm going to tackle is example 4, parts A and B. This says find the sum, which is the same thing as series, if you remember from the pre-lesson, says with 12 terms. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to go down to this one because this one's more straightforward. This is a little bit more tricky as far as like understanding what they're trying to communicate. So let's just tackle this one. It's a little more basic. So student number 1 just says, you know what? I'm going to add all these together. That's 16. If I add these together, that's 40. If I add these together, that is 64. Trying to do this without a calculator. Plus 41. This right here is 56 plus the next item, 64. That would give me 120 plus 41 equals 161. Now, let me pause this a second. Now let's go ahead and use this fancy little formula, and this will be given to you, or you can memorize it. So what does this mean? It means find the sum or the series. This letter N is the number of elements in our sequence. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're saying find the sum of all 7 terms, which tells you basically put a 7 in for N. This is just the first number in your list, so that's 5. This is the last number in your list, the 7th element, so that's 41, all over 2. Now, how you get home from there is kind of up to you, but you better follow PEMDAS. So that's going to be 7 times 46 all over 2. Now, I could multiply the 7 times the 46 and divide by 2. I'm going to go ahead and divide by 2. So that's the same thing as 7 times 23. And if I multiply that out, I get 161. So some of you in here are saying, well, I like this one. It's more simple. Okay. The problem is when you get these, do you really want to add up 12 terms or just take the shortcut method and use the formula? I say use the formula. That's why I did this one second. So this says find the series with 12 terms. That means let n equal 12. They're telling us let the first term be 3, let the 12th term, which is a different way of saying the last term, be 25, and plug things into the formula. So the sum of my 12th, or all 12 items in the list, n is 12. The first number in my list is a 3. The last number in my list is a 25. Put that all over 2 and do the math. Make sure to add these first. I'm running out of space, so this could get a little messy. 12 times 28 all over 2. Again, I'm trying to do this without a calculator. You can use a calculator, but I'm going to go like this. 2 goes into 12 6 times. 6 times 20 is 120. 6 times 8 is 48. That's 168. And there's that. Okay, so last sample problem. You can tell I've already kind of plowed the ground up a little bit, but let's go ahead and read this. It says, try it. Now this is actually an application problem for you future builders. You got to order things. You could actually use this math and apply it so you don't over order, under order, so you can get the job done. But look, a flight of stairs gets wider as it descends. In other words, the top flight is the smallest level. The top stair is 15 bricks across. The second stair as you're going down is 17 bricks across. And the third one is 19. You can see the pattern. 15 plus 2 is 17. 17 plus 2 is 19. And so on. What's the total number of bricks used in all 16 stairs? So as you can see, first flight, 15 bricks. Second flight, 17 bricks. Third level, 19. And so on. 21, I just added 2 every single time. Yes, you could add all of these up, but we're here to kind of practice this formula. So let's go ahead and use it. So this would be, we're trying to find the sum of all the bricks of the 16 levels. That's what that stands for right there, which is telling us n is 16. And then the number of bricks on the first top level is 15. And the number of bricks in the bottom level of stairs is 45. And we're going to divide that by 2. Now let's see if we can do this math without a calculator again. 45 plus 15 is 60. So 16 times 60 all over 2. Now the math that's jumping out at me is 2 goes into 16 8 times. 8 times 60 is 480 bricks. And if you added these up individually, you'd get the same thing. Now, a little hint. Number 16 is very similar to this one. That's why I'm covering it. I'm going to give you a little hint, though. The information given to you in number 16, you can just go right here without even making this list just because of the way they present the information. Throw that in for free. All right. Good luck on that assignment.